Last time, things went very badly for Iris, as we learned why she... we learned about what her problems are really all about. You know, and there's none of this, you know, the delusions were torn away, none of these conspiracies. We just learned it was just straight up brain cancer, and it's like, oh, okay, that's actually quite sad. It's like, that's not so funny anymore. So, Iris's route is done, and that means it's time to return to early on in the game and make a different choice. So we can now go down the left side of the flowchart. So this whole time that we've gone down this right side, yeah, this was locked. The lock point, we found Iris's frozen dead body. And that's where we hit this. The image on here, that appears to be Iris's mom telling us about her brain cancer. Now, what is it that we need to proceed through this? What information? I don't know. But that is where we hit there, and here over here is an actual ending. This is where Iris dies from said brain cancer. Instead of being murdered, like she was in the other one, this is just the tumor catches up with her, and then she dies there. So, this side of the flowchart, this is as much as we can do right now. We're going to go back here to when we were in Mizuki's Somnium. And we're going to be taking an alternate path. So this is when we were trying to get Mizuki to start talking again. So we hooked her up to the Somnium machine in order to do that. And it didn't work. It was Hitomi who got Mizuki to start talking again, not us. We could just fast forward through this, because we already did this. Somnium activate, mental lock, mental lock, mental lock, 3 mental locks.
Iva, speaker over there.
It's shaking. There's that ice pick. Pull it out of the eye.
It must be connected to the ice pick.
So, something we learned last time... let's say no. Something we learned last time was that in order to use the prototype Somnium machine, it's required to pull someone's eye out to hook them up to it. So we were thinking that maybe Shoko Nadame was killed after being put into that machine, and that's why her eye was gone. It's an idea anyway. Anyway, here's this photo in front of us.
Stabbed into Shoko's photograph.
I don't think we tried pushing it in. Let's try pushing it in.
Date, are you certain? Will this heal Mizuki?
Probably not, but do it anyway.
I don't know. Just try it.
Shit.
Understood.
No good, huh?
Mizuki is still a child. The solution may be simpler than you think.
Simple, maybe. But this is a dream. Not everything goes how you expect.
Well, let's pull it out.
Shoko's photograph. Right. No one would want to see their mother like this.
So we really didn't learn much at all about Shoko Nadame's murder in the path we've taken.
It keeps going. What is this?
And supposedly we're going to be learning more about it.
Something happened over there.
On the left path. We will see. Right, so we raised that. Acts as a lightning rod. So the lightning stops striking the cage.
It looks like we can get to the birdcage now.
Alright, so now we have a path. I'm sorry, we have a fork in the path. So there is microphone, big birdcage, gate, panda pieces, control room. Let's head over to that control room. So unlike Iris's Somnium, it seems like the choice here
the merry-go-round lifted out of the ground
is much simpler. Well, we can knock, get a timey from that.
Hello? Are you open?
1 adult and 1 child, please.
I am not a child.
Any open seats will do. Anything in the back is fine. No response. There must not be anyone inside.
So, is it safe to enter?
Should be.
Should be. Let's do it.
The control room of the What is your plan once I am inside?
It is a control room. Maybe we can do something in there.
I do not think it will be that easy.
Just try it. I didn't expect to see this inside.
I do not see an exit either.
But there's something suspicious here.
Here's the choice. We got the 2 cages.
I see 2 bird cages.
Looks like there's something inside them. Take a look.
So it seems like the choice, the way we get the path to fork, is just simply which one do we pick up. And last time we picked up the one with the balloons, or rubbers, depending on what you want to call them. Let us try left bird cage this time. It looks like it has a torn up photo in there.
A bird cage. There are ripped pieces of paper inside.
Let's see. Well, I mean, we can certainly just use any of these to cut down on time.
What is it?
It looks like a picture of something.
Picture?
Agent Date, you've got 5 minutes.
More than enough time.
A bird cage. There are ripped pieces of paper inside.
Well, of course, we want to tackle the bird cage.
All right. How's this? It's heavy. A bird cage. There are ripped pieces of paper inside.
Fine. We will cut down the time and lift it.
All right. Leave it to me. It is heavier than it looks.
Well, that's all we need to do, apparently, to go onto the other path.
Nothing happened.
All I did was move the cage.
Let's check out this torn paper.
There are torn pieces of paper.
Piece together, kick away, or roll up and toss. Well, I mean, I assume that we can just try each of these. You think that piece together is the right one, so let's leave that for last.
Yeah!
There we go.
It came back.
Do you really think we can heal Mizuki like this?
I am following your instructions.
I thought it would relieve some stress.
You should consider what these pieces could mean.
What they mean, huh?
There are torn pieces of paper.
Well, why don't we just roll them up and toss them away?
Roll them up. And toss them away.
Solved. Problem solved. Trauma solved. No.
Hey, handle them a little more carefully.
So, oddly, that still didn't work.
There are torn pieces of
Torn
paper.
pieces of paper. All right. Let us piece them together.
Leave it to me. I enjoy puzzles like this. Done. But...
You were able to get out?
Mizuki must be having a hard time.
But the cage is gone. We can get to Mizuki now.
Do you not see the horses spinning at hurricane speeds?
You can do it if you try a little.
No, you can't.
All right, fine. We have to stop the spinning.
All right, so now we're on the alternate path. We still have to make that stop spinning, though. So let us go to the parasol.
The parasol is spinning.
Well, we absolutely want to ride on top, don't we? Absolutely. There we go.
Spinning like this makes me want to go for a run.
You have the instincts of a hamster.
Strangely,
Date, you've got 4 minutes.
that does not seem to have solved the problem.
The parasol is spinning.
Well, clearly we should make it spin more.
Like this?
It's not going fast enough.
Hey, the merry-go-round is... Stop it! Stop it!
That looked bad.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
You just make it go too fast and then it breaks down, as I think would be the idea.
The parasol is spinning.
Well, I guess we should stop it. I guess we should.
Like this.
I didn't think it would be that easy. Let's go. We have to save Mizuki.
Affirmative.
All right, let's go get her. She's standing right there.
It's Mizuki.
I forget if this mattered. I forget if any of these choices, like, you would think it's probably going to be like hug her or something. But I don't know if this does matter. I don't really want to slap her. Let's just try let's just smile at her. Let's see how that does.
What am I supposed to do with my arms?
Man, I never know what I'm supposed to do with my hands.
I'll give you a hug later.
I would prefer that you didn't.
With my eyelid.
Oh, that is what you meant.
I guess that does technically count as a hug.
It's Mizuki!
Alright, well, maybe we should make her laugh.
I will imitate you, Date. Aw, little mini light bulb needs a change. Oh, good boy. Mini, mini, mini. Okay, cutie little mini light bulb. I'll turn you on. Yes, I will. Ah, you turned on. Good job, mini light bulb. Mini, mini, mini.
I never said that before.
Mizuki stands,
No reaction.
unamused.
Because it doesn't make any sense.
And to be fair, I don't remember hearing Date saying anything like that in the game that we've seen so far.
It's Mizuki!
Alright, let us give her a hug.
Mizuki.
Is that different? Did we see that blue man last time? I'm trying to remember if that blue man appeared last time we did the Somnium. I don't remember seeing him.
Are you okay?
Date. Date!
Looks like she can talk again.
Well, it looks like we did change something after all. Now, Date is the one who got her to start talking again in this timeline. Alright, let's ask. How are you doing?
I told you I'm fine. So annoying.
I annoyed you already, huh?
The pressure is annoying.
What pressure?
Force over area measured in pascals, dummy.
I see she is back to her usual self. Her attitude is within normal parameters.
I think I liked her better when she was silent.
Who sent the Nile message?
I can't tell you.
Why not?
Because I don't want to.
That's not a reason. You were at the scene of the crime because of that Nile message. Whoever sent it to you is a prime suspect.
I don't think she is going to answer. When she is in a mood, it's impossible to get her to talk. That's the kind of girl she is.
Sometimes I think you know her better than I do.
How long do you think I've been observing her?
It's been 4 years now.
Correct. I know things that even you do not know.
Like? Actually, never mind. Some things I'm better off not knowing.
By the way, we already looked into Mizuki's cell phone. Unfortunately, the contents were wiped.
I'm tracing the sender of the Nile message through other means, but it's taking me some time.
So I think in the previous timeline we did find out that the person who sent the Nile message was her father, Renji, and he just told her that she had to go to that place. And he wasn't there, obviously. But she doesn't want to say that because she doesn't want her dad to be a suspect, even though he's the most suspicious suspect. About that figure I saw.
Say, Mizuki, who was that figure I saw?
What?
In Somnium, in your dream, I saw a silhouette.
Date, Mizuki would not understand the question.
Well, I'm just asking her who the featureless blue man in her dream was. What's difficult to understand about that?
She does not experience somnium as you do. You are witnessing a dream inside her brain.
Let's ask about the figure again, though.
Never mind. Did you see anyone at the merry-go-round the night you found Shoko?
I did. I saw someone in the corner past the merry-go-round.
Who did you see?
I don't know. It was dark and raining. They looked scary, so I hid inside the merry-go-round. The door was open a little bit, so I snuck in.
Did we get that information on the last route? Did she say that she saw someone and then hid from that? I'm trying to remember. I don't remember that. I remember she went there with Oda, found the dead body. Oda ran away like a big hero, and then we know that Mizuki took the ice pick out of her mom's head and hid in the merry-go-round. I don't remember an additional person being mentioned. Let's ask if she's hungry.
I'm fine now. But I didn't forget your promise.
A promise?
Stu, you said you'd take me.
So you heard that, huh?
Aphonia only affects speech.
We did say that before the Somnium. We were talking to her, and we did tell her that we would take her to get Stu. That is true.
Her hearing should still be intact.
Sure, Mizuki. When we're all done here.
Well, sitting, not lying, really. And got that gloomy look, that gloomy I just found the dead body of my murdered mother look in her eyes. It'll take a while to get back to her super strength self. Pewter, how does Aiba appear in Somnium?
Aiba is linked to your brain with an artificial nerve. To put it more simply, Aiba is a part of your brain. During syncing, your consciousness is sent into the subject's Somnium. Part of Aiba's self is also synced, but only a part. Not all of Aiba's functions are transferred into Somnium.
So that's why Somnium Aiba is so dumb.
Don't call me dumb.
And her appearance?
Hey, Pewter. When we were in Somnium earlier, Aiba was in human form. She's never looked like that before.
That was Aiba's idea.
What?
I thought you would be more pleased. I designed it to your taste.
What part of that was my taste?
I know everything inside your mind. You don't have to hide it.
Pewter, Aiba's broken. She's talking crazy.
I am not broken.
Perhaps Aiba admires the human form.
It's not that. It was just a little something. I consider Kaname Date to be my host. I owe him gratitude. I simply thought that appearance would make him happy.
Why would that make me happy?
Let's talk about that figure.
Oh, that. I saw it too.
Who or what do you think it was?
Most likely someone Mizuki saw in person projected into her subconscious. Dreams can only be constructed from images and experiences the subject was present for. Mizuki's Somnium couldn't have contained that figure if she didn't see it in person. Of course, not everything we see in our dreams looks exactly the same as it did in the real world. You saw some strange things in Somnium earlier, didn't you, Date? That event you experienced is obviously not as it happened in reality. Dreams are a collage of many memories, intertwining and blending with each other. Your skills as a syncer allow you to untangle those dreams and solve mysteries no one else can.
I'm going to have to correct you there, Pewter. Date has not solved a single mystery, let alone a mystery that no one else can solve. That part still has yet to be proven. I'm questioning this whole thing about him being a detective in the first place. About Somnium.
In a normal dream, the person experiencing the dream cannot remove themselves from it. Dreams are first-person experiences. However, the circumstances are slightly different during a sync. The syncer dives into the subject's mind and experiences their subconscious thoughts. but this dream is experienced as an observer, as though you were watching a play. The subject is the author, director, and actor. The sinker is merely the audience.
And who do you think the suspect is?
Pewter, who do you think the culprit is?
Well, let's see. Perhaps it was you, Special Agent Date.
Oh no, the jig is up. Gonna have to shoot our way out of here.
What?
I'm kidding.
Or perhaps, Date, perhaps the culprit is that strange old man who's sitting right next to you. Surely you've noticed him. Let's talk to the boss. About what we saw in Somnium.
No need to report specifics. We saw it all from here in the control room. What the sinker sees in Somnium is projected here, remember? We've got it all recorded.
Isn't it incredible? I invented it.
And maybe someday there'll actually be some sort of use for it. We certainly haven't found that yet.
Anyway, we know about the figure you saw. I wonder who that could be.
Thoughts on the suspect?
How would I know? We still don't have enough information. Continue your investigation, Special Agent.
About Mizuki's muteness.
Yeah, I'm glad she's talking again. You healed the wounds in her heart by syncing with her. Well, you meaning you and Iba.
The boss has extraordinary perception. I deserve much of the credit for helping Mizuki recover her voice.
All you did was follow my instructions.
Date, Mizuki needs you. Protect her.
Does the boss have any questions?
Right, there was something. Hey, Mizuki. When we found you, you were holding the ice pick, right?
That's right, she was holding the murder weapon, so that makes her the prime suspect.
Can you tell us why?
When I got there, the ice pick was stuck in my mom's eye. I couldn't think straight. The only thing I could think was I had to get it out.
So you panicked and pulled it out.
Yeah.
And you held on to it when you hid in the column.
Yeah.
Any more questions?
Okay, just one more question. This is very important. When you pulled out the ice pick, was Shoko's eye still there?
I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
The eye socket was empty.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mizuki. That was very helpful.
Boss shines in moments like this. She doesn't hesitate to ask anything.
Now we know that Mizuki did not remove the victim's eye,
When we got to the scene, it was definitely missing.
and it has not yet been recovered. We can therefore conclude it has been removed from the scene.
Summarize this for me.
Anyway, I get the story. Mizuki witnessed a suspicious person at the scene, but she didn't get a good look at them.
Maybe there's something at the scene we missed. Date, could you return to the scene of the crime? There might be more to Bloom Park than we first thought.
And the map appears. All right. Let's head to Bloom Park. But how will we find any new information if we don't have a teen idol streamer with us to help with the I just don't see how we're going to get any further in this investigation on our own.
Somewhere around here, right?
Yep.
Do you remember anything?
Yeah, I do.
What do you remember?
I went to this amusement park when I was little. I was 4. I remember it so clearly. This is where I saw my mom and dad smile.
Only the one time. That was the only time I saw them smile. It was very strange. It never happened again.
I had so many happy memories here. The only happy memories I really have are from here. Memories of my family are so bright and colorful. But now, this is where Mom...
What's wrong?
Nothing. Just wondering where this goes.
Looking into the bush, or behind the bush. Past the bush.
Iba, what's past here?
This leads to the subway.
The subway?
It has of course closed down. It is no longer in service. This is due to the explosion at the chemical plant that occurred years ago.
Right, no one lives in this area anymore because of the explosion.
Kawasaki was contaminated and declared off limits. Bloom Park closed for the same reason, as did all commerce and industry in Kawasaki. This means the railroads and public transportation to and from this area were shut down as well.
The subway. Iba, does the entire track run underground?
No. The track leading northward from Bloom Park eventually rises to ground level.
At a railroad crossing?
Correct.
Then the tracks must cross a surface street at some point.
Correct.
Iba, do me a favor. Can you see if any cars were driving on that surface street last night?
Searching.
Hey, you've been quiet for a long time. Are you okay?
I'm just talking to my eyeball. Did I not mention that part? The talking to my eyeball part?
I'm just thinking.
I've got something. I picked up a single vehicle traversing that street last night. A black SUV. I ran the plate through the vehicle registration database to find the owner.
Who was it?
Shoko Nadami's ex-husband and Mizuki's father. Renji Okiura.
Oh, I guess that's all we're doing there. Nothing else to find.
So let me get this straight. You think that Daddy drove his car on the tracks through the tunnel, stopped at the closed down station, and carried Mom's body to the park?
I can't prove it was Renji. There's a chance someone else was driving the car.
Yeah.
But, in any case, I know that the suspect must have used the subway tracks. That explains why there were no cars parked near the scene. Using that subway station, you could take the body right to the merry-go-round without being caught on camera.
Daddy didn't do it.
I am not so certain.
Either way, I have to talk to Renji.
Look, tell me about it. That whole last timeline was about having to talk to Renji and consistently failing at talking to Renji.
You can help me find him.
I wonder if we actually talk to Renji on this timeline. When was the last time you saw Renji?
I think about a week ago, when I went to hang out at Lemniscape.
Did you notice anything different about him?
Nothing really. He was the same as usual.
And he didn't come to see you in the hospital, did he?
No.
Not even for his own daughter.
That is very unusual.
About the suspicious figure.
Hey, Mizuki, tell me again. The person you saw at the merry-go-round.
No, it wasn't Daddy. I know it wasn't.
You're sure?
Well, I don't know.
When was the last time you spoke with your dad?
I don't remember. It was a while ago. What about you?
What about me?
You tried calling him.
I did. I called earlier, and I tried a few times last night.
And he didn't pick up?
No.
About the Nile message.
Mizuki, Renji sent you that Nile message, didn't he?
What?
I got this buddy of mine. Real bad personality, but real good with technology. Got some help from them.
Bad personality.
There was a message sent at 8:05 last night. Does this sound familiar? Mizuki, Daddy got caught up in something serious. Please come to Bloom Park's merry-go-round right away. Daddy needs your help. Please do as I say.
Yeah, that was it.
I guess we're confirming much earlier in this timeline that Renji sent the message.
It was from Daddy's phone. But I didn't want to say anything because that would make Daddy a suspect, so...
So you kept quiet.
Yeah. My dad's never said anything like that to me, ever. That he was counting on me. I had to go.
But you invited Ota along.
Bloom Park is in the middle of the Kawasaki district. There are a number of homeless individuals in a high crime rate there. Mizuki must have been worried about going alone.
You look like you want to say something.
I don't want to say anything. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to anyone who thinks my daddy is a killer.
Look, I don't want to believe it either. I've known him for more than 5 years now. He's like family to me.
I mean, Renju's the kind of guy who would be accessory to a murder, many murders actually, but not actually committing one? It's just not the Renju we know. About the Nile message.
But it couldn't be him.
Why not?
Daddy couldn't have sent the message. Someone else must have used his phone. And his car. Daddy wasn't driving the car either. Somebody else did it. The killer did it, not Daddy.
The only evidence we have so far leads to one conclusion. The cell phone and the car were both operated by Renju Okiura. Date, incoming call from the boss.
Connected.
Hey, I just got the report from Iva. Renju is a suspect?
He's definitely suspicious.
I agree. I think he's our number one suspect. He's been acting strange since last night. He didn't come see Mizuki in the hospital, won't pick up his phone, and he vanishes after questioning. He doesn't have an alibi for the time of the murder either.
He doesn't?
No, not one we can corroborate.
Why did you release him?
So Renji was questioned at a local station?
That's right.
Then why didn't you keep him there?
Protocol. Nothing we could do. He wasn't a suspect then, and we had nothing to charge him with. We couldn't hold him.
Any idea where he is?
No, I told you he vanished. Where are you headed?
Renju's house.
Don't bother. I had local cops search the place. They didn't find anything.
Couldn't we just go there? Like, I'm pretty sure we never went there on the other timeline. It's like the one location we've never actually been to.
Where could he be?
Maybe we could just go there anyway. About his alibi.
Shoko's time of death was estimated to be about 5 p.m. yesterday. Renju claims that he was at home alone at the time, but that means no one can back up his story.
And the questioning?
He didn't give us any new information. He didn't have much to say at all, really.
I guess we're gonna hang up.
All right, boss. Let me know if you find something.
You too. Keep me in the loop.
Where the hell did Renju go?
It's the biggest mystery of this game. Where is Renju?
Sunpoke?
What?
Sunpoke. Or something.
What, the mermaid place?
Oh, Sunfish Pocket.
We could always try that, yeah.
Renju was telling me about that place. It's a maid cafe that he runs.
I found it. approximately 6.2 miles north-northeast, in Akihabara.
Zoom. All right, let's go talk to a mermaid so she can tell us that she doesn't know where Renju is. Oh, it's closed, I guess.
Can't be.
Oh. Well, I guess we found Renju early this time.
Renju!
Okay, so forget about the Renju hunt. Renju hunt is over. And there's also a second murder. Also, his eye was missing. So I guess it's now a pattern.
You look awful. Have you been sleeping any?
My best friend was murdered, boss. I don't have it in me to sleep right now.
What happened to Mizuki? I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe we shouldn't have taken her there. Probably a mistake.
She's sleeping at the hospital. They're going to give her counseling after she wakes up.
I see.
Her mother and her father. I hope she'll be okay.
About Renju.
You were the first on the scene, so you know this better than anyone, but Renji was murdered. No way this was a suicide.
It'd be a hard suicide to do, yes.
And the fact that his left eye was removed tells me that this was the same killer as Shoko.
The serial killer.
The new Cyclops killer.
Is that what we're calling it? You came up with that name real fast.
What?
That's the nickname that's been spreading around headquarters.
Was there an old Cyclops killer?
New.
Yes, several years ago.
Pewter.
Wait, how many years ago?
There is no point in hiding it from him. He would find out on his own eventually.
How many years ago exactly?
It's all over the news. These murders have gone viral, so to speak. The killings from 6 years ago have continued. The Cyclops killer is back.
6 years ago.
6 years ago?
6 years.
Is that what you were talking about, boss?
Fine. I suppose you deserve to know.
Tell me about 6 years ago.
We have a name for it down at HQ. The original Cyclops serial killings.
I mean, that sounds a bit clunky. Why would you need to say original?
To distinguish it from this new one.
All right. I guess they recently changed the name of the original one.
It was 6 years ago in October.
6 years ago.
4 bodies were found in the mountains of Akikawa Valley.
But the decomposition of the corpses were all at different stages. They were each killed sometime during May to September of that year.
But they did have 2 things in common. They were all young women. And
each corpse was missing their right eyeball, pulled out posthumously.
But these new killings were the left eyeball, weren't they? I think they were. Cyclops?
a few days after the corpses were discovered, the killer sent a statement to the press. I killed them, and they are now my dear companions. Something like that.
He signed the statement under the name Cyclops. Hence the name the Cyclops Killer.
The Cyclops is a mythological race of one-eyed giants.
Yeah, I know. I don't think the killer looked like that, though.
According to Greek myth, they are the children of Uranus, god of the sky, and Gaia, goddess of earth. Cyclops were known for their outstanding strength and smithing ability.
So the letter to the press wasn't a fake? It was the real killer?
Yes, it had to be.
Well, I mean, how can we know that?
A picture of one of the victims right after she was killed was sent along with the letter.
That's probably pretty good evidence. Big catch. How was the Cyclops captured? You'd think we would know, but I guess not.
No, in 6 years we never got a single trace.
Date, I don't know how to tell you this, but we never actually capture anyone. Like, we have a really bad track record, surprisingly.
So maybe Cyclops is responsible for these murders as well.
No, that's impossible.
Why?
For one, the original Cyclops killer only killed women. Renji doesn't fit that profile.
He could be branching out, you don't know.
Second, all of the victims had their right eyes removed. But Shoko and Renju...
We're missing their left eye.
Yeah, I mean, but maybe he got tired of collecting right eyes and said, I need some left ones. Just to spice things up a little bit.
The timing of the eye removal is also inconsistent. The original Cyclops killer removed the eyes after the victims were killed. But Shoko and Renju were both still alive.
So if that's the case, then that kind of just makes it more likely that they had the eyes removed for the prototype Somnium machine, then. Was someone trying to get information from their brains? Dream information.
But even so, you can't say for sure this isn't our guy. Maybe they're just doing things a little differently now. Or do you have another reason?
I'm sorry, Date, I can't say anymore.
Bullshit, you can't.
It's a national secret.
How can it be a national secret?
Date, please, forget about it.
A matter of national security?
I told you already, you don't need to know anything about that case to investigate this one. The criminal for this case and the case 6 years ago are not the same.
Iba, bring up all investigation records of the original Cyclops serial killings.
I already had a look through the database while you were talking. Unfortunately, I found no relevant information. I also did not discover anything of note on the internet. Only amateur theories. All lacking credibility and evidence.
There's like a lot of YouTube videos about this, Date, but I've watched through all of them, and they're flimsy at best.
Damn it.
On another subject, are you getting any sleep, boss?
Of course not. I still got a mountain of work piled up, answering to the higher-ups, the press. I'm just taking a little breather.
Computer, you seem troubled.
2 murders, one right after the other. How could I not be?
Any thoughts on the culprit?
Renju had his left eyeball removed.
Right. Shoko too.
So perhaps, Mr. Date, you are the killer.
Well, once again, I guess it's as likely as anything else.
You're missing your left eye, so you steal them from others.
Yes, I have a craving for left eyes. It's an unconscious desire to take the body part that I don't have anymore. I mean, it's airtight, really.
I'm kidding. Only a joke.
I'm too tired for your jokes right now, Pewter.
Actually, you lost your eye 6 years ago, correct?
Yes, but I don't remember anything from back then. I lost my eye and my memories.
But everyone in the room knows that already.
I was transplanted into your empty eye socket a year later. We have been together for more than 5 years.
Why are you here anyway, Pewter? What's going on?
Am I not allowed to be here?
No, I didn't mean it like that.
I was here first. I was just talking to the boss about Renju's murder.
You look surprisingly serious. And the boss? Any other information?
That's all we have for now.
All right.
Special Agent Date, we need you to continue your work.
Right. I think I'll head back to where Renji was found. Sunfish Pocket.
Date, you're exhausted. Why don't you get some sleep before you continue your investigation?
I'm fine. Let's go, Iba.
Understood.
No time to waste. We can't nap while we're in the middle of a murder spree.
Date, the vehicle is accelerating 2% slower than usual.
It does make me wonder if in the other timeline, was Renju dead the whole time? Is that why we never talked to him? I mean, people did say that they saw him now and again, but we never saw him. So I'm kind of wondering about that.
Did you put anything in the trunk?
No?
What about the back seat?
Well, yeah, Mizuki's in the back seat. We can see her. It's obvious.
Back seat?
You can see her reflection.
Mizuki!
Date really should pay more attention to his rearview mirror.
Hey, watch out! Eyes forward, stupid!
What are you doing here?
I ditched the hospital.
The hospital is a pretty lame place, it's true.
They're probably freaking out over there right now.
And apparently you can just walk right out of there, no problem.
I'm taking you back.
No, don't! Nothing will change if I stay at the hospital all day. You're going to investigate, right?
That's the idea.
Take me with you. I can help.
How is a little runt like you gonna be any help?
I'm Renju's daughter. Maybe I'll notice something you don't. Something only his daughter would know.
I don't know.
My daddy was killed. I can't just stay at the hospital.
Fine. Don't say I never did anything for you.
So is Mizuki going to be our investigative sidekick on this timeline? It does make a bit more sense for her to have that role than Iris.
You're going to take me along?
Just promise not to interfere with the investigation.
Got it.
Do you want to catch the suspect?
No, it's more like I don't like sitting still and moping all day. I've grown out of my brooding, pretentious teenager phase.
Odd thing for a preteen to say.
Are you not aware of Mizuki's mental prowess? She is far more developed than her classmates. She is even reading psychology papers by Alfred Adler.
Sounds pretentious to me.
About Renju.
Hey, about Renju. Do you have anything to tell me? Anything at all that might help?
Well, it's not about Daddy, but I heard from Daddy that Mom had a secret.
Shoko had a secret?
What's the secret?
Did you know that Mom was the representative of an investment company?
Yeah, I did.
That whole company was a big scam.
Scam?
Well, I don't know the details. They start up a company to get people to invest in it, then shut it down on purpose and keep the money. She got really rich like that.
Shoko did this?
Yep.
By herself?
No, dummy. Of course it was with other people. I saw gangsters there sometimes. If she ever got into trouble, she had them take care of it.
Yeah,
I'm scanning all known crime databases, but I cannot find any reports referencing this.
We did have a conversation in the other timeline with MoMA about this, about her Yakuza
They
connections.
must have been extraordinarily careful.
I'm glad you're okay.
I'm not okay.
So, you want to go back to the hospital? I'd be more than happy to drop you off.
That's not what I meant. Why are you always so pushy, Date?
I'm not pushy, I'm just worried.
You've got a weird way of showing it. Doesn't look like you're worried. You're just weird.
Well, it can be both.
You've always got something smart to say, huh? You're just like Renji.
Date,
What about Daddy?
Nothing.
You have no tact, do you? This is why you're single and always will be.
Ouch.
That's where you're wrong, kiddo. I look like a single father when you're around. Chicks love it.
Yeah, chicks love to see creepy old men hanging out with a 6th grader.
Hey, what are you implying?
Ooh, did I make you mad? Now I'm stuck in a car with an angry old creepy pervert.
I am not an old creepy pervert. And even if you were my age, you're not my type.
Ew, I don't want to know about your type.
Hey, you started it.
Stupid old man.
Punk-ass kid.
I'll have you know that there are some teenage idol streamers who would love to be in the car with this creepy perverted old man. Anyway, here we are at the maid cafe.
Oh, Detective Date. Good to see you, sir. And this is...
Have you looked through the case file yet?
This is the child who is helping me investigate the murder. It's fine.
Oh, I am so sorry. She's the victim's...
Yes. Please let us through.
What are we looking at? Looking at some beer kegs. This is where he was hung up.
each keg has a capacity of 20 liters. All 3 kegs were filled, and approximately 55 pounds each.
Any leads?
No, we didn't find anything today.
What's your name?
What?
I was asking for your name.
My name is Kagami.
But your name?
It's Kagami!
I think I need to ask your name again, though.
Kagami?
But what about your name?
I told you it's Kagami! I told you my name like 5 times!
I don't think we've been introduced. I guess we'll remember his name now. Are you getting enough rest, Kagami?
No, not these past few days.
I thought so. Once this is over, get some rest, all right?
You too, Detective Date.
Dragon's Palace Pasta, 1,800 yen. 1,800?
Isn't that pretty average?
This is average?
Just a table, nothing special. Notice anything strange?
You were telling me earlier that you could spot things only a daughter would know.
I know what I said. I'll tell you if I notice anything.
You can leave if you need to.
I thought I already told you. Sitting around rotting away in that hospital would be worse.
Still,
I know what you're trying to say. For a little girl to find her dad like that and then want to go back to the scene, you think it's totally weird, right?
In fairness, it is also weird for an adult policeman to acquiesce such a request from a child.
Date is a pushover, it's true.
But this is what I wanted. I didn't want to run away from it. I wanted to confront it. I didn't want to be weak.
Do you remember what you saw last night?
How could I forget? I'll never be able to get that image out of my head. Not until the day I die.
Well, considering the pattern that, your mom first died and then your dad, I mean, the day you die could be coming up pretty soon. I don't want to alarm you or anything. But it's just like there is a pattern here. Notice anything strange?
Did you hear me? I said I'll tell you if I see anything.
But have you noticed anything strange?
Jeez, you're pushy. Pushy men are seen as desperate. This is why no one likes you.
There are many reasons why no one likes me, apparently.
Besides, Date? Never mind. Just do your investigation or whatever.
What was she gonna say?
I'll do my whatever.
It's not the time to worry about such things.
The corpse was strung up near this counter.
The autopsy report indicates that the contents of the victim's intestines were excreted upon death.
Very interesting.
But no traces of that have been found in the area, nor on the corpse itself.
So he was killed somewhere else.
This evidence makes it highly likely that Renji was killed somewhere else.
And then someone cleaned him, I guess?
It must have been considerably difficult to carry more than 150 pounds.
What do you mean?
Renji weighed approximately 158 pounds. I can estimate a person's weight by analyzing their bone structure, muscle, and fat.
Aiba, can you recall the time we discovered the corpse?
Of course.
Let's zoom in on this counter for whatever reason.
The autopsy report discovered the presence of benzodiazepine. It is a common sedative. The dosage found in the victim's bloodstream was extremely high. It can be assumed that Renju's cognitive functions were heavily impaired before his death. The time of discovery was 10:20 p.m. You of course already know this, but you and Mizuki were the first to discover Renju's corpse. The body was hanged from the ceiling, similar to how a fish would be. A thick hook was embedded in the upper jaw, and the wires connecting to the hook were strung up on one of the ceiling beams. There was also a hook on the other end of each wire. The 3 beer kegs were attached to these hooks. We have found no fingerprints.
Deep impressions on the neck.
Strangulation?
Correct. The face shows clear signs of congestion, along with petechia around the face and throat. Both are clear evidence of asphyxiation.
Any indication of the murder weapon?
Most likely a twisted piece of cloth. The culprit approached Renju from behind and wrapped the cloth around his neck, choking him in an attempt to suffocate him. The specific cause of death is cerebral circulation failure due to vessel closure in the neck. Put more simply, the suspect strangled Renju to death from behind.
Do we have an estimated TOD?
Yesterday, around 8 p.m.
So Renji was murdered about 2 hours before Mizuki and I found the body.
This case bears similarity to Shoko's. The left eyeball was removed while the victim was still alive.
Maybe we've seen everything here. Or at least our little flashback of the body. Was there anything here in the restaurant that we should be looking at?
Is that a spear?
It more closely resembles a harpoon of sorts. I believe this is a trident.
Any chance this was used in the murder?
No, there are no traces of blood on the trident, and no indication that Renji was stabbed. The capacity of this oil drum is 200 liters. It weighs approximately 44 pounds when empty.
Let me check inside.
Sure. Let's do an X-ray on these drums. Is there a watch inside?
What?
There's something inside.
Is that Renji's precious watch?
This is the oil drum.
This is the kind of oil drum that has a lid, right?
Correct.
Let's open it. This is... This is the wristwatch Renji always wore. No doubt about it. But how did this get here? Hey, are you doing okay?
Oh, sorry. Just staring.
If you're having a hard time, you can tell me.
I'm fine. It's not like the body is lying here.
What's the status?
Nothing special.
There's a camera up here.
Iba, did you get anything from the surveillance camera?
Unfortunately, no. All of the recordings from local surveillance equipment have been erased.
What about backups?
There are none. Nothing was uploaded to the cloud either.
It does seem very convenient.
Iba, can you check the operation records of this elevator?
Searching. Found it. The elevator records are sent automatically to building management. According to the record from yesterday, from 6:30 p.m. until the body was found, this at 8:55 p.m. The weight of the car's cargo was approximately 310 pounds.
I think we've checked everything we need to.
I agree. We should compile our evidence and inferences.
Mizuki, you ready to leave?
What? But we aren't done investigating.
What do you mean?
There are still people I want to talk to.
Who do you want to talk to? Is there anyone here? Do you want to talk to Oda?
Yeah. Oda is in here all the time. He might know something.
He doesn't seem to be here now, though.
I'll call him.
Ota's phone is broken. He dropped it in a puddle.
Sounds like Ota. He's so clumsy.
We'd have to talk to him in person.
He's probably at Lemniscate or Matsushita Diner.
Any places you can think of that I don't know about?
Well, there is one place. Have you heard of Golden Yokocho in the entertainment district? Daddy used to go to a place called Marvel a lot. Maybe they know something about him.
Do you want to talk to Iris?
Yeah. Daddy owned Lemniscate and Iris works for them. She used to work here too.
So she might know something.
I'll call her.
Have any idea where she might be?
I don't know. Iris is into a lot of things.
I mean, of course, she's not available, because if we want to talk to someone, we have to go see them in person. Wouldn't be so easy if we could just call everyone.
Lemniscate, Matsushita Diner, and Marble. Let's head out.
Alright, we have 3 locations to try. As we continue our investigation with Mizuki, things taking a bit of a different turn than they did in our first path. And it does seem like actual events maybe have changed, not just our perspective of things, but as far as we know, Renji did not die in that other timeline, so perhaps something actually has changed and is different because of the choice we made. In any case, we take a little bit of a break and come back as we continue on the investigation with Mizuki. Getting back to some murder mystery solving, and people are telling me I should ask about his name again. Doesn't seem like I can ask about his name again, though. Can I ask anyone else their name? Doesn't look like it. I guess we're gonna leave. Let's head to the diner. Maybe we'll find Oda.
Hello, welcome. You're Mizuki, right? Oda's friend?
Yep.
And you...
Oh, I suppose I should introduce myself more formally.
At least something a little more than flashing your badge.
My name is Konami Date.
I mean, if you have a badge, you're gonna flash it. That's like one of the fun parts of having a badge.
Mr. Date, what can I help you with?
I need to talk to your son. I need to ask him questions about a murder.
I completely forgot. I wonder where he got off to.
We haven't seen her husband, have we? I don't think we
He'll
have.
come back soon.
Yeah, some day or another.
He always does. Runs off, then comes back.
Who's to say where he goes or what he does?
I'm beginning to have doubts about the management of this establishment.
I as well.
Hey, you're looking gorgeous today.
Oh, stop, you charmer. But you're not getting a discount out of me.
I knew you were a pedo, Date, but I didn't think you were a cougar hunter too.
Well, let's. I mean, maybe there's a lot of things you don't know about me, Mizuki.
I am neither of those things.
Do you have any recommendations for the menu?
Oh, everything here is delicious. But my personal favorite is our omelet rice.
Did you want to eat here?
No, I don't have much of an appetite. How's your stomach?
Same. I don't think I can eat right now.
Is Oda here?
He went out early this morning. I don't know where.
I see.
He's probably just at Lemniscate, arguing with himself on Twitter.
Sorry to be a bother, but when Ota comes back, can you tell him to contact me?
Oh, well, sure.
Thanks, ma'am.
Okay, got it.
Date, let's go somewhere else.
Yeah, let's go.
No, it was fast. There's not a lot we did here. Let's go to Lemniscate.
Oh, what? Hey there, handsome.
Excuse me?
I cannot even right now.
What is it that you cannot even?
Hold on, give me just one sec. Mizuki, do you know this guy?
Yeah?
Can you introduce me, please?
She is surprisingly unprofessional for a receptionist.
Come on, it's just not so bad.
Could you contain yourself for 5 minutes, Date?
Things have been pretty serious around here lately, considering, your boss was murdered.
Yeah, totally. You never think about, my boss getting murdered,
It's not something you ever really think about, I guess.
What are even the chances?
I mean, some people might fantasize about it, but you don't think it actually is going to happen.
That's the odds of hitting the lotto. But it was kind of lucky, in a weird way.
I mean, don't say that in front of his daughter, probably.
Some of my old friends hit me up asking about it, Feels like we're old alumni or something.
You could have done that without him dying, though.
She certainly found the bright side of this situation.
Did you happen to see Oda here?
Ota? Nah, haven't seen him today. How is he?
The receptionist knows Ota too?
He's here all the time.
Ota happens to be the kind of otaku who actually has social skills.
Well, that's questionable.
Those are the ones you have to watch out for.
Huh?
Nothing. Anyway, could you give me a call if Ota shows up? I have my number here.
Yeah, I got his number.
Let us pray that the privilege will not be abused.
Have you seen Iris?
Iris? You mean Asa?
I mean, she goes by many names.
She's recording a podcast in the underground studio.
Oh, that's why she didn't pick up the phone.
If you need her right away, I can try contacting her.
No, it's fine. This can wait until she's done.
For sure.
What?
For sure? As in, I got you?
I don't believe I've ever heard that sequence of sounds spoken out loud before.
What's going to happen to the office now that the boss is dead?
No, haven't heard anything about that yet. The VP might take over, we might get absorbed by another office. Just when I got a job, too. Man, what am I gonna do if this place closes up? So, anyway, tell me, Date, what kind of girls do you like? Because I'm the committed type, you know? Would you consider me a candidate?
Well, I could go out sometime.
Wow, dude.
You disgust me.
Oh, my apologies. Never mind.
Nothing else we can say. Do you know the receptionist?
I mean, yeah, but...
Yeah, of course we know each other. We're like best friends. We hang out, we party.
Really? You party with my 12-year-old adoptive daughter?
we do not party.
Hey!
Who hired this woman?
The most likely scenario is that the final decision was made by the head of the company.
Renji.
I guess we're going.
Mizuki, let's go. Staying here would be a waste.
Yeah. Where should we go next?
And we're just wiping out these locations, just going at one after another, boom, boom, boom. Just all business when we're with Mizuki, it seems.
Is this it?
Yeah.
You know about this place?
Yeah. This is where I met Renji for the first time.
Interesting. Didn't think this was your kind of spot.
This place is special. You can find all sorts of shady characters here. It's the best place for gathering information about a case. So that's why.
That is only a partial truth.
Shut up.
Huh?
Let's head inside.
Where is everyone?
It's been like this for a while. Not many people come here anymore. Mama should be here soon, though.
Okay.
In other news, at 6:10 p.m. yesterday, on the outer circle of the capital city highway in Minato District, Tokyo, a traffic collision occurred involving 5 cars and at least 1 truck.
Oh, so this event still happens.
MPD has arrested the driver of the truck suspected to be the cause of the accident for negligence. The investigation is ongoing.
Of course, in the other timeline, Renji was in that accident, and he ended up going to the hospital because of it. Is anything different now?
I don't want to get drunk. I just want to be sobriety impaired. Allow me to ruin your stupid joke before you say it.
Is that stupid? Man, I could use a drink.
No, you're driving.
Can't you just drive?
That's a good question, actually.
Indeed I can, but I refuse.
Why?
Nothing good comes of you being drunk.
We haven't actually seen Date drunk. I wonder if he's an angry drunk.
Hey, Mizuki, you mind cleaning some of your stuff out of the fridge at home?
Not gonna happen.
About Renju, I wonder how many times we have dialogue options where it's just about Renju ... It has to be by far the option that we've gotten most of anything in this game.
Hey, Date. What did you and Daddy used to talk about when you were here?
Oh man, that guy, he would tell me about his Yakuza activities and how he was the accessory to the murder of many elderly people. So, the Yakuza could take their never mind. Maybe we'll just won't talk about that.
I don't remember a lot of it. I was usually drinking pretty hard.
Don't worry, I have everything recorded. In fact, the conversation about you taking care of Mizuki took place here, at Marble.
Really?
The topic was brought up several times afterward, but the first time was here. 4 years ago, after drinking enough liquid courage, Renju asked you to take care of Mizuki. At the time, Renju was recently divorced, buried in work at Lemniscate, and mentally unstable.
That last one seems important.
It was a display of excellent judgment. It was a good thing that he managed to swallow his pride.
You think so? Sometimes, I don't think it was the right move.
You should have more confidence. I guarantee you that it was the best decision.
Let's hope so.
I mean, if Iba is saying that Date turned out to be a better father than Renju, then Renju must have been like just a burning dumpster fire. Are you tired?
No. And what do you mean by that?
Nothing. Just let me know when you're tired. You can go home anytime you want.
You aren't really worried about me, you just think I'm annoying, right?
It can be both.
Don't beat around the bush, just say it. But you know what? It wouldn't matter anyway because I'm not going home.
Having fun at school.
It's okay.
Is it?
Yup.
Do you have a lot of friends?
Yeah. But I don't really like my elementary school friends. They're too immature. I have more fun with Iris and Ota.
I highly doubt Oda is more mature than your elementary school friends.
I don't know if they're too immature. You're just very mature for your age.
You think so? The kids at school are so stupid. They gossip about who had their first kiss for days. I don't see why that's anyone's business.
These grade schoolers move fast.
Nah, not really. It's pretty normal nowadays.
You haven't kissed anyone yet, have you?
No, I'm not interested in that.
Oh, thank God.
It's been a long time since we did this. Take you to a bar?
Did what?
Sat at a table together like this. We haven't eaten dinner together in a while. After I finish working on this case, we should do it again.
Why? Because of what happened to my mom and daddy? I don't need that.
Date, this is where you need to take a stronger role as her guardian. Data suggests that children who eat alone are prone to mental imbalances and poor physical condition. The meals you prepare do have sufficient nutritional content. However, you need to make sure that Mizuki is eating all of it. Otherwise, your effort is wasted.
That might explain a lot. We should at least have one meal together.
I told you I don't want to.
Why not?
Because, I don't like how you hold chopsticks. It makes me sick.
Really now? People have always told me that I have good technique. Some even say it's beautiful.
It's disgusting. Too clean. Besides, there's no point in eating together.
Why is that?
Because you don't talk when you're eating. I don't like sitting in silence.
Well, I am talking, it's just that I'm talking to my eyeball. So it just sounds like I'm not talking. I'm actually in the middle of a in-depth conversation.
Well, we don't have to be quiet.
It's fine, I don't like hearing you talk either.
I believe she has entered her teenage rebellion phase a year early.
This is gonna be rough.
Date, honey! Long time no see.
Hey, Mama, how've you been?
Oh, tired and sore, but not in a fun way.
Watch the innuendo in front of the kid.
Oh, who is this?
Renju's daughter.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Oh, it must have been hard. I saw on the news.
It's okay. Really.
Oh, it must have been so hard. Stupid Ren. What was he thinking, leaving his little girl like this? Oh.
Hey, Mama. I wanted to ask you some questions about Renju.
Oh. I guess crying isn't gonna solve the thing, is it? Go ahead, ask away. I'll help any way I can.
About Renju.
Have you heard any rumors about Renju? Anything about grudges, disputes?
Is it okay to talk in front of Mizuki?
Yes, I want to be here.
Trust me, you couldn't drag her away.
If you say so. Apparently, Ren had some connections with the Kumakura gang.
A gang?
Yeah, real rough customers. This is their turf.
So Daddy was involved with gangsters.
Mizuki, that company Shoko was running, were they also tied to the Kumakuras?
I don't know.
You can also talk to her as well. Still more things to say. Is this your first time at a place like this?
Yeah, I mean, at some fish pocket they served alcohol, but I've never been to a bar like this.
Well, I would hope not. You're in elementary school.
Well, Daddy invited me along sometimes, but I was too shy to go.
Good call.
I was planning on going one day, when I was old enough to drink. I wanted to go to a bar with Daddy.
About Mama.
I heard that shady characters hang out here. So who are you and how do you fit in?
No one special. I'm just a facilitator.
A facilitator?
People who come in here tend to have very specific interests. I help accommodate.
Oh, okay.
Mama's like, an informant.
That's right. And I won't charge you this time. Just promise to get the bastards who did this to Ren for me.
Promise.
Are you scared of Mama?
Not really.
Oh, don't worry, honey. I don't bite. I'm only aggressive when it comes to men 20 through 65.
That's a large range.
That's a pretty wide range.
Gotta widen my net for a catch like you, Date, honey.
I think I'll ignore that one.
I think I'll ignore it as well.
What else do you remember about Renju?
Well, there was the watch incident.
The watch incident.
I'm sure you remember that one.
I'll never forget it.
Watch incident?
You don't remember? your drunk ass spilled your beer on Ren's watch. Ren was furious, yelling about how this watch is more important than my life, or whatever. He blew up on you. That was the only time I've ever seen Ren that mad. That's why I remember it so well.
Was it this watch?
Yeah, that's it. Why do you have it? Was it at the scene? Ren was given that watch by his lover. It was an anniversary gift, I think.
Lover?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot Mizuki was here.
No, she wants to know. She wants to know all of it.
No, it's fine.
But of course, it wasn't an affair. This was all after he was divorced.
Daddy had a new lover.
Yeah, you've met him, actually. Maybe that'll come up later. I'm going to the bathroom.
You remember where it is?
Yeah, outside, right?
This is a small establishment that does not have its own restrooms.
Wait, you're leaving?
Oh, scared of me, huh?
No, it's just...
Mama, keep an eye on her.
Sure thing. Don't have too much fun in there.
Iba, get boss on the line.
Got it.
What's up?
Mizuki is at a bar called Marble down in Golden Yokocho. Send someone over to pick her up.
She's not at the hospital?
Yeah, she snuck out. I took her along while I was doing some work, but I can't take her any further.
Understood. I'll send someone.
Counting on you, boss.
Are you going to leave Mizuki here?
Yes. I can't take her into a Yakuza den.
I'm sure she'll be mad, but I guess we'll deal with it later. Let's visit the Yakuza. So I guess this would be the first time we're visiting them.
Who's this asshole? You made a big mistake coming here. Go home.
All right. Bye then.
Hey, Date!
What? Ugh, I hate dealing with these chumps.
Didn't you hear me?
Do you want to die, old man?
You bastard!
Sorry for the late introduction. I'm with the MPD.
A cop, huh? So, you want to explain what the fuck a cop is doing in my office?
I think we should exchange names before exchanging expletives.
Name's MoMA, the warhorse. Don't give a fuck what your name is.
All right, MoMA. I have a few things I want to ask you. What do you know about the new Cyclops serial killings? Shoko Nadami and Renji Okiura had their left eye pulled out and were murdered. And I think you know something about it.
Saw it on the news, but we had nothing to do with it. Even if we did, we wouldn't spill to no cops.
Well, maybe this conversation will be a little different since there's a second murder to talk about now. About Shoko.
Don't know nothing about her. I know her face and her name. It was on the news.
Shoko was part of an investment fraud scheme, and I have it on good authority that a certain Yakuza gang was helping her.
Wouldn't know nothing about that, cop.
About Renju.
I told you, I got nothing to say. You deaf or something?
Where's the chairman? Though we do know the answer to this one.
What?
The chairman is right in front of you.
What?
I run the Kumakura gang. I'm MoMA Kumakura.
That can't be right. The chairman of the Kumakuras is Rohan. You aren't the chairman.
Yo, asshole! You need a lesson in manners?
Date, wait. I did some research and discovered that Rohan Kumakura died last year. He leapt to his death from the roof of a building.
A suicide?
But MoMA did not take over last year. MoMA took over 6 years ago.
6 years? Well, I mean, we now know what happened 6 years ago. We don't know what happened to Date 6 years ago, but we know in general
What is it?
what happened 6 years ago.
Do you see the sofa in the reception area? There is an ashtray on top of the coffee table.
What about it?
It is peculiar. Thermal imaging reveals that they are both warm.
The sofa and ashtray.
All right. Should we look at that?
Hey, Iva. Can you turn off the thermal vision?
Sure.
I see. The cigarette brand is Klein.
Why is that relevant?
Small details will come in useful later. Trust me.
All right, so someone was sitting here smoking a Klein cigarette. Why would that be useful for us?
Part of the cushion is still red.
Just as I thought.
I got nothing to say to you.
There would be no point in talking to him in that state.
Was there someone here recently?
What are you talking about? You're the first guest today, although you are an uninvited guest.
Don't lie now. Someone was sitting on the sofa and smoking very recently.
How do you know that?
I just do.
Oh, right, I remember now. Just a bit ago, one of our guys was on the sofa.
Are you talking about these guys right here?
Yeah.
Not possible. When I came in...
You made a big mistake coming here. Go home.
Who's this asshole?
Neither of them was on the sofa, and neither of them was smoking.
They left.
Who left?
An insurance salesman. Right before you came in.
I don't think so. I didn't pass by anyone on my way here, and I happen to know this office only has one entrance and one exit, which means, whoever it is, they're still in this office somewhere. Let me check the back.
Why you want to do that?
I don't know either. I'm not sure why we're pushing them on this.
Just wanted to say hello to our guest.
I'm telling you, you're the only one here.
Oh, then you won't mind me checking.
Just get out of here, cop.
There must be someone they don't want us to see. Somewhere behind that wall.
A bronze dragon.
A bronze dragon holding a golden ball.
Golden ball, huh? What does a guy like the chairman need this for? They'd probably just uses it for porn.
Not every man in the world is like you, Date.
I mean, he probably does, but I mean, there's many other things you can use a computer for. Just because he's a Yakuza boss doesn't mean he doesn't have other uses. But he absolutely has a lot of porn on his computer.
Squeak, squeak.
Let's use our X-ray vision. Would that be the politician? What would he be doing here?
This must be whoever was sitting on the sofa and smoking earlier.
My evolver can shoot right through this wall.
Yeah, let's shoot him.
I should shoot him.
Let's do it. This is the only logical course of action.
Wait. Is he not getting enough?
What?
Never mind. The person behind the wall is unarmed. I cannot approve the use of evolver in this situation.
Damn it.
porno mag at your feet.
It's a good thing. We all know this is the only thing that will work.
What?
Down. Oh, there was no magazine.
Hey, did you just shoot at me?
That is... I don't know why he would need that.
Whoa, wait a minute.
It seems a bit extreme. But if there is no porn in this office, then what will save us? We need to find some.
Date, load a revolver with explosive rounds. Aim for the dragon's gold ball on the right.
The what? Oh, that. Why?
Just do it!
Iva, you saved me.
I like how, on occasion, we get a reference to how Date has this, like, super gun. Has all this different kinds of ammo. Doesn't come up much, but on occasion, we're reminded that he has it.
Everything happened as I simulated it.
So, where's this porno mag?
You idiot. There is no adult magazine. However, I know that your reaction time is up to 3.6 times faster when you are excited.
That's right, she triggered his super reactions.
I simply took advantage of that behavior.
What the hell?
It was much more effective than telling him that he was going to be shot at.
You're a grown man. Aren't you too old to be playing with toys?
Shit.
Hey, coward! I see you. Show your face! I know you. That's...
Sejima, so, Congressman.
What is this guy doing here?
Well, clearly he was just having a discussion with this legitimate business, right? Just like someone in his position would be. What are you doing here?
I've had a relationship with the Kumakura since back when Rohan was running things. I had business nearby, so I stopped here for a visit.
Oh, you used to know, like, the immensely cruel and sadistic former leader of the gang. Okay.
Whatever conspiracy theory you're imagining in your head, you can forget it. This is strictly business.
Business is the greatest conspiracy theory of all, so...
Strictly business? A congressman meeting with Yakuza? How are you gonna spin that?
It's true. I imagine my public image will be dragged through the mud. But we haven't done anything illegal. If you want to accuse me of such wrongdoing, then by all means.
I mean, a couple of people here just opened fired on an officer. That's pretty illegal. I mean, So might have not have anything to do with that, but if he says no one here did anything illegal, that is completely not true.
I just happen to think such gossip is better suited for tabloids.
Do you have an alibi for yesterday and the day before?
I went to work, then went home.
So, you have no alibi?
No, I always have my bodyguards near me. If you want to, you can ask them.
Bodyguard testimony can be unreliable. There is a possibility that they would lie to protect Mr. Sajima.
I agree. I can't trust that.
You're telling me that the bodyguard, the code of the bodyguard, is not honesty? About Renju.
The president of Lemniscate? We aren't friends, but I did meet him a few times through work.
What work were you doing to meet up with the head of an entertainment company?
It was just some party hosted by some company or other. It's not unusual. Events with those uptight stuffed shirts can be rather dull, so they have some young women from an entertainment office attend. Anyway, we only saw each other a few times. I don't even remember what we spoke about.
Nothing else to ask him about, I guess. So, what was the deal with the guns, Moma? About Shoko.
Well, I guess there's no point hiding it now. I lied earlier, when I said I didn't know her.
I thought so. You and the Kumakuras were a part of the fraud scheme Shoko was organizing.
Yep. Whenever any wise-ass investors gave her trouble, we handled it.
Exactly as I suspected. Shoko was affiliated with the Kumakuras.
About Renju.
I've been looking after that guy since high school. It was the usual stuff. I had him help me with a lot of work. But now, it's kind of the opposite, you know? We're getting work from him. Well, we were. Now that he's dead, though.
What work did he have you do?
The usual. If talent at his office was causing trouble or something.
You ever get into any disputes with Renju doing this work?
No way, he paid good money. I've never even gotten into an argument with the guy.
About Rohan Kumakura.
I heard that the former head of the Kumakuras committed suicide last year.
Yeah, what's it to you?
Nothing at all. I just want to talk about it.
Rohan was my older brother. He was my big brother in this organization, and my blood brother. 6 years ago, he got sick in the head. He got sent to a special hospital. And naturally, because I'm his brother and next in line, I was the successor. That's all I'm gonna say. You wanna know more? Hire a private eye.
Maybe Date should hire a private eye. And we could rely on someone else to solve this mystery for us. Do you have an alibi for yesterday and the day before?
Us Kumakuras are a branch of the Ujisaki family. The Ujisaki family runs a yearly golf tournament. Mandatory attendance. We were all at the tournament those days. We only got back this morning. You can ask the hotel. They'll tell you.
Date, I did some research. The hotel's record of guests does list the Kumakura members. They were also seen on several surveillance cameras. It is not possible that any of the Kumakuras could have killed Shoko, including Moma.
Nothing else to talk with him about. Can't talk with him. Anything about So? There's another thing. About Shoko.
The victim prior to Renju? I believe Moma introduced me to her.
Introduced?
We were just having drinks. Shoko stopped by to say hello.
Right. We didn't talk about anything.
They're trying to give me the runaround.
Indeed. Date, I have determined that these individuals have nothing further to add. Even if they are involved, they will not volunteer any more information. We need solid evidence to move forward with the investigation.
You're right.
Date, a call from Lemniscate.
Connected.
Date? It's me! You remember, like, how you said to call you if OTA came? Well, he's here now, so I guess I'm calling you.
Got it. I'm on my way.
Where you going?
That's none of your concern. Moma, Congressman Tsujima, I think I'm gonna call it a day. I'll come back soon. We'll swap drinking stories.
You serious?
Let's go, Iva.
Roger.
Well, that meeting with the Yakuza did go considerably different than the first time. The first time round, we used our X-ray vision to find out that Momo was a big A-Set fan, and then we exploited that to get information from him. This time round, that never even came up, but we did find out that So Tsujima does have some dealings with the Yakuza, though as for what exactly that is, we still don't know. He's very good at talking, So Tsujima. He really has not given up any information in the last timeline or this one so far. Though the Yakuza members did pull out guns, including a minigun, and attempted to shoot Date, which that seems extreme. That seems like maybe that wasn't really worthwhile doing that, but it might give us a reason to think that we need to investigate this further, I suppose. And it looks like the next person that we're going to be talking to is Oda, who has shown up, but that is going to wait until next time. For right now, we're going to go to menu. We are going to go to save. We're going to save a new game. We're going to look at the flowchart. Alright, we haven't gotten too far. This was where the split happened, and we've only gotten a couple days in after that. So where is this going to go? I don't know, but clearly this path is much more focused on actually solving a mystery than the Iris path. The Iris path is just kind of messing around and talking with Iris and just not finding out anything. But this path with Mizuki has been much more, getting down to business, finding out facts and various things, and moving on. And actually more plot development in the form of Renji also being murdered. And we still don't really know right now if that is different from the previous timeline, or is it that in the previous timeline we just never found out? I mean, in the previous timeline, they did say that Renji was the accomplice when the assassin escaped from jail, so I would assume that he wasn't killed in the other timeline. So what changed to cause him to be murdered this time? And who would have wanted to kill him? The assassin is still in prison, so he could not have killed anyone. We would assume that Pewter would not have wanted to kill Renji, considering we found out about their relationship in the other timeline. So that does bring up a question on who would actually want to kill Renji. It sounds like everyone loves Renji. The Yakuza seem to love Renji. As far as So Tsujima goes, we don't really know what he has to do with any of this. We have not really found out a whole lot about him. Next time, though, I guess we are going to go talk to Oda and find out if we're going to learn anything from him, which would be surprising. He hasn't had a whole lot of information for us, useful information, in this story so far. But that's what we're going to be doing next time, as we come back with AI the Somnium files, as we continue to work our way down the left side of the flowchart, in which this seems to be where the plot lives, this left side. So we'll continue on with it next time.